Hello, this is Tate with Black Bear Outdoors, blackbearoutdoors.com. And today we wanted to kind of finish our three-part series on the Sig Mosquito. We started out with the question of, is it a good prepping weapon? And what are my personal belief of what a good prepping weapon would be? I'm not going to be able to clean it every second. I'm not going to be able to sit down. Maybe that gun's going to shoot 2,000 or 3,000 rounds before I get a chance to clean it. I may not be able to run, all the ammo that I like. I may love Remington. That may not be what's available. I may have a bunch of steel case junk ammo out there. Or maybe some stuff that's been sitting around for 40 years. Will it do that? And that's why I always love Glocks and I love Mini 14s. Just because of those reasons. There's lots of other great guns out there that do the same thing. But I like weapons that when I pull the trigger, I know it's going to make a bang. Now, am I willing to give some areas other places? Yeah. So we kind of came to the conclusion when these first came into me, and we didn't do the work here at the shop, but I did it at home, and I just want to kind of talk to you about some of it because we don't do gunsmithing here per se, but I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that we'd come to the conclusion on, and that was, can we get these guns to shoot reasonably well, because they came to me with massive problems. And they're very, very common. If you watch any videos on YouTube, some kind of massive problem with the gun. It has issues with ejecting. It has issues with chambering and misses rounds. Now, this has been safety checked, as you can see here. I did not clean these guns, but the one thing I wanted to do is, after we had done what we thought would fix the problem, and we saw a lot on YouTube, was polishing the feed ramp and actually milling down that little ramp that goes into the actual gun. The ramping, making it all the way smooth without that little transition into the barrel. I will tell you, I'm going to completely change my mind about this weapon. I brought these weapons out. I wanted my kids to shoot it. I said, hey, look, we'll get a chance to practice our Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3 malfunctions. We had some problems with just running some dummy rounds at home with them that I kind of wanted to see if we were having the same issues out in the woods before we got them fixed. And so we brought them in here. I milled them down. I went out the next day and I shot 400 rounds out of each of the guns. I will tell you, I am completely astonished. These guns gave me no problems whatsoever in 400 rounds. And if you could see the guns, we dirtied the living daylights out of them. And what I mean by that is we did not. And I got just whatever was in my ammo can. At the time, I have an ammo can that I keep kind of full of ammo that I'm going to go shoot that week. And it's usually just whatever's laying around that I don't want to put back in one of my other ammo cans. I grabbed some Golden Bullet because everybody said they shoot great on Golden Bullet. I'm not going to shoot at paper any of my good mini-mag stuff. So I was like, hey, I just want to see what it's going to do on crap ammo. So I grabbed some Golden Bullet, which is good ammo. I had some 25-year-old Remington, just regular full metal jacket, rounds, simple regular velocity rounds. And then I had some Sears that's got to be at least 40 years old, lead-tipped junk. And I said, okay, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to make up 3 mags, and we are just going to run it as hard as we can make them. And I let my kids shoot, everything. See if we get them to jam. I'll tell you truthfully, I was super impressed. That little fix we did, what we actually did is we polished all the rails, we polished the feed ramp, and I went through and re-lubed the guns so they were properly lubed. And I did not have one single malfunction in 400 rounds. And I mixed up ammo. I ran ammo one, ammo back and forth, different ammos in the magazines, trying to get them to jam so we could practice our malfunctions. No problems. I was super impressed. I definitely think I'm going to change my mind about this one. I may even be interested in getting one myself. The guns in general worked great. It was a super easy repair. It's something I kind of do on all my guns anyways. I like polishing feed ramps and things like that, which is kind of how they got to me. For the price, great bang for your buck. Easy gun. Anybody can shoot them. Very, very comfortable over some of the other guns I've seen out there. Really fits in your hand nice. The double action, single action thing was kind of nice because the reason I was able to practice that, because like I said, I shoot a lot of Glocks. So I don't get a chance to practice my double action shooting very well. And I was able to do all day long just dropping the hammer and then using the double action feature. And I did that through 3 or 4 clips, trying to see if I could get it to misfire. Tried to shoot it in single action the whole time, couldn't get it to misfire. Everything seemed to do really, really well with the guns. Like I said, I used 3 different mags in every single gun, thinking maybe a different mag might cause a problem. No problems. Now, none of the ammo I used was completely destroyed. We're talking about, like I said, I've got some old Sears ammo that must be 30, 40 years old. And it was set in the bottom of my box. It's the junk that is, the boxes are so old, they're just crazy falling apart. And I threw it in there thinking, okay, this will make it jam. Didn't jam. This is the standard velocity stuff that everybody says these will not shoot. I definitely recommend going to your local gun store and having it done if you have one of these. Having that feed ramp polished and having it transitioned, taken completely out. I would assume it's going to cost you around $65 to have it done. Definitely well worth it. And if you got smaller shooters, this is a gun I would not depend on. And we did it to 2 different guns, so it wasn't like just one gun. And these guns had all kinds of problems. That's why they brought them to me. We're talking about 1 in 3 rounds didn't fire properly. Whatever the reason, and I don't care why it didn't fire properly, it does now. Now we shot, we were shooting constantly for 2.5 hours, trying to get them to malfunction, switching between the 2 guns, switching mags, throwing mags from one gun to the next, jamming them in there, smacking them as hard as we could to try to get them to jam. They did not jam. Very impressed. I definitely would change my mind on this as being not just a good prepping weapon and the idea that it's going to prepare you to have bad luck, but that it's a good weapon to carry. And if you're a smaller shooter, your kids, your wife, or somebody that just doesn't like to have it, they're fairly light comparatively, especially loaded with ammo, and 22 doesn't weigh anything. Definitely if your primary weapon, maybe your go bag has a 22 caliber rifle in it, great backup weapon. Great for that second sidearm, that second gun to carry with you. And full featuring, giving you all the standard, if you have a SIG at home, or a double action weapon, very similar, but if you have a SIG especially, something that's really going to help you transfer over. And if you don't have a SIG, again, I like this gun because I was able to practice my double action shooting, which I don't have a double action gun at home anymore. So definitely a nice thing. Again, mags are really good. So after my shooting both of them, making sure that they were, running good, I have no complaints. Very impressed. They even worked better than some of my rifles. We had a couple of jams and some of I have a Marlin Model 60. We shot 400 or 500 rounds out of that, and it had a jam. Who knows? But these didn't, and that was what I was so impressed with. I mean, we shot and couldn't believe that it was that what it is. I did not like one thing on the gun, and I'll tell you what it is right now. The reset on the trigger is horrid. Okay. We're talking the reset is forever out there. In other words, it resets so, and I'm going to try to get you, I'm going to scoot in on this one so you guys can see this. But the reset is so far out, it's almost completely all the way out before it resets. I hate that. I had a hard time with that because I'm used to tighter resets. If you got used to it or you're used to SIGs, and I know SIG makes a couple different corrections on that on some of their bigger guns because SIGs are known for that kind of poor reset type deal. That they do have some fixes for that. I have not heard if they have a reset for this on this, but if you're having trouble with that, just make sure you're letting all the way out and pulling all the way back in. If you're used to shooting autocock or paintball guns, it's the same idea. Make sure you let your finger all the way off before you put your finger all the way back on, and that will help. Other than that, gun shot flawlessly. It's very comfortable to shoot, very low recoil. Anybody can shoot it. We had some 7-year-olds out there shooting it, all the way up to 12-year-old kids, and they were doing great with it. You got to make your own decision on whether you want your kids to shoot or not, but definitely something easy enough for them to shoot and light enough. A little heavier than some of the other 22s I have, but overall, much better, more realistic type weapon. I loved it. And this is Tate with Black Bear Outdoors telling you that the SIG is definitely a weapon that I'd be recommending for a prepping type weapon. So have a great day.